You know what I'm saying? I'm here with the champ.
Thank you, Hilltop.
Yeah.
Yo, this is a good dude, by the way. He hooked up with the champ. He's showing us love and showing us how to maneuver. We appreciate you. You the champ. Hilltop.
Oh yeah, man. You already know, man. You already know.
Salam sejahtera, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome on board a Malaysia Airlines flight MH4 from Kuala Lumpur to London. My name is Alif Yoska, your co-pilot. With me on the flight,
I fell asleep in Jamaica, woke up in Puerto Rico. I'm talking business with my amigo. Yeah, this shit here easy like a free throw. Bad screaming hilltop every time I land. In South Asia with a bad thing from Thailand. You know I am, they know I'm the man. I'm not Dominican, but I know Republicans. I know some Africans, I know some Mexicans. Boy, I'm even plugged in way in Pakistan. Got a bad thing waiting on me in Barcelona. She say, where you coming from? I told her Arizona. I'ma push up on her when I leave Cambodia. Then we gon' fly to Jamaica and we gon' roll it up. Then we gon' smoke it up. Then we gon' hit the scene. Ain't no telling where we going, probably the Philippines. Or maybe Costa Rica, or maybe Vietnam.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here with the champ.
Thank you, Hilltop.
Yeah.
Yo, this is a good dude, by the way. He hooked up with the champ. He's showing us love and showing us how to maneuver. We appreciate you. You the champ. Hilltop.
Oh yeah, man. You already know,
Let's
man.
go,
You already know.
Salam sejahtera, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, welcome on board a Malaysia Airlines flight MH4 from Kuala Lumpur to London. My name is Alif Yoska, your co-pilot. With me on the flight,
I fell asleep in Jamaica, woke up in Puerto Rico. I'm talking business with my amigo. Yeah, this shit here easy like a free throw. Bad screaming hilltop every time I land. In South Asia with a bad thing from Thailand. You know I am, they know I'm the man. I'm not Dominican, but I know Republicans. I know some Africans, I know some Mexicans. Boy, I'm even plugged in way in Pakistan. Got a bad thing waiting on me in Barcelona. She say, where you coming from? I told her Arizona. I'ma push up on her when I leave Cambodia. Then we gon' fly to Jamaica and we gon' roll it up. Then we gon' smoke it up. Then we gon' hit the scene. Ain't no telling where we going, probably the Philippines. Or maybe Costa Rica, or maybe Vietnam. No matter where we go, baby, we going down. And don't you worry about nothing, cause you know I'm on. I got it on me.
Oh man, got it on me like a rocket. It's the desert storm. Shalom, 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 man. Y'all tuned in to Hilltop Traveling Everywhere, aka the Scoring Black Man Podcast. Got a hell of a show for you today. Today's topic or title is, what countries are the best for passport bros / expats to find traditional women / wives? And I got my brother, you know what I'm saying? My brother, man. Let me get my shit together here. Got my brother Judah Travels, a fellow Hebrew Israelite, like just like me out here traveling the world. You know what I'm talking about, man? It's an honor and a pleasure. I've been trying to get him on here. I've been wanting him on here for a while. I've been checking you out for about 2 years now, man. And let me give you a proper introduction, man. This is Judah Travels. He's a worldwide traveler. You know what I'm saying? Y'all subscribe to his channel. If y'all haven't already, subscribe to his channel. Y'all don't know him. He travels the world. He has a lot of experience, and we're gonna break this down to gravy sauce today. This is an open panel for all the brothers that that's worldwide travelers out here, man. Shout out to Buck 912 in the building, man. He's a real one, man. Shout out to Urban Battalion, man. Urban, what's going on, man? You supposed to be on here, man. What's popping, baby? Come on. You know what I'm saying? Man, before we get into the show, Judah Travels, man, tell the people a little bit about yourself, man. A little bit about your background and you're traveling, man. You know what I'm saying? How long you been traveling? What all countries have you traveled to? You know what I'm saying?
Well, peace and blessings, man. I'm Judah Travels, man, from Tampa, Florida, man. I started traveling when I was 18. I joined the Navy. I was saying, since I joined in 2000, 9/11 happened. Since I joined, boom, then we got deployed. I don't know, man. Then I stayed in and traveled for a long time in the military. Then I got out. I got out. And I knew I was gonna move abroad, so I was look for a place where my people were, because I know since I became an Israelite in 2017, I was looking for a place where black expats can live at and be among each other. So I was always going everywhere from all over Colombia, Brazil. 'Cause I was going to places where the blacks went to, like Salvador Bahia, like huge black community in Cali, Colombia, huge black community. But going places like that where I can find our people who were divided through the slave trade, but now instead divided by languages and stuff. So then go out to Thailand, checking out a lot of places. But I've been over 40 countries in my life, and I'm still expanding on my list. Because before I was thinking Thailand would be home, but then I see Thailand, it's all the same, man. People just taking for the wallet for our money. They ain't really taking for us like that. It's cool, but it get old after a while. I get old after a while. I've been going since 2001, so I see the big change in even how the people treat us. So this now it's like look for something new. I love the network.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, 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 no. Your mic sound a little bit low. You know, so normally we're talking to the mic a little bit. What's the name? But you say you've been over 40 countries already.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, no, I'm saying you just like Urban Battalion, man. He been over 50 countries. You know what I'm saying? I think he say 56. You know what I'm saying? I'm 45, and military background myself. I was in the army. You know what I'm saying? Fresh out of high school, you know what I'm saying, did a few years, you know what I'm saying, got out, you know what I'm saying, I'm disabled veteran, you know what I mean, and just all around hustler, traveling, you know what I'm saying, the world, just like you, my brother, but I don't have that many countries on my belt. I got like 16 right now, and 3 of those are, you know what I'm saying, like layover places that I don't been laid over a few times at. But everywhere else, I don't been vacation and everything like right there. And you was hitting on a couple points, man, that's going to lead into the show. You was hitting on, because the name of the show again, what countries are the best for passport bros / expats to find traditional women / wives? And that's you black brothers out there, man. You know what I'm saying? You black brothers. What I'm saying, because people want to ask, man, which country got the best? It just depends on what you're looking for. And if you're looking, see, like, if you a passport bro, that's really you still stay in America and you just traveling on vacation in and out. You know what I mean? So I don't know if too many of them guys are actually looking for a real woman. Some of them are, you know what I'm saying? But I would say you have to be living in the country to really have a real vibe and a real connection, because, even if she's in the Dominican Republic and you in Miami, you still away. You know what I mean? So to all my expats, you know what I'm saying, or all my black men that's thinking about uh, you know, uh moving out of America, you know what I'm saying, this is probably the show you want to listen to, because you about to get some real game. We ain't gonna hold you long, you know what I'm saying, but you about to get some game. And I'm just going to start it off. Like I said last show, I've been to Colombia a couple times, Dominican Republic a couple times, Mexico a bunch of times, Panama, Costa Rica, all out here in Asia, Korea. Of course, I live in Thailand, so in Thailand for the last 2 years, living here. Philippines, Vietnam, Bali, Indonesia, Malaysia, and now I'm touching down on African countries such as Kenya and Tanzania. And all the Central and South American countries, you need to know Spanish. If you can know Spanish, you ain't like fleeing. You can live there, you know what I'm saying? But you still have to deal with the dangers. See, you know what I'm saying? So that ties into the last show what's it going to be a part two of that? Which countries are the best for us to expat to? Because you have to put that into consideration. The the living conditions, and those South American countries are dangerous. You know what I'm saying? If not more dangerous than America. And then you being a foreigner, you don't speak the language. If you don't speak fluent Spanish or you don't speak fluent Portuguese, you might get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? And get your head knocked off. Or get that scopamine, that devil's breath, and all them different drugs they got to damn finesse and get your ass. You know what I'm saying? And as far as Asian countries, I have a lot of experience out here. I could say so far in my life, and I'm gonna put it like that. Asian countries got to break it down, uh, country by country. Actually, I think the best country out here in Southeast Asia to find a traditional woman would be, um, and it's not necessarily in this order, but it would be the Philippines, Indonesia, and Malaysia. And I would say simply because they religion is Abrahamic. You got the Philippines, they got the Christianity there. That's their main number one religion. You have Indonesia, Malaysia, their main number one religion is Islam. And then Christianity, and then the Buddha, Hindu. So you have an Abrahamic religion there. So and they're more sincere. When you deal with Abrahamic religions, you deal with certain like rules and regulations. The women want to keep themselves more reserved, most of them. You know what I mean? And when you're dealing with, let's say you come to Thailand, you're dealing with the women in Thailand. They're Buddhists. Now their Buddhists might worship different than China Buddhism, and China might worship different than India, but Thailand's on to something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, these girls will walk in the bar and you'll see a bunch of dicks up there by Buddha, and I'm like, damn, what all the dicks by Buddha for? We pay the Buddha to give us good pussy and good blowjob and for customer. Like, you're not gonna find a good wife in Thailand. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm not gonna hold y'all no longer. It's 12 minutes and 21 seconds. You're not gonna find no traditional wife in Thailand. You heard it from Hilltop Traveling Everywhere. It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Uh, because people forget that colonialism went beyond America and Africa and South America. It came to Southeast Asia. All these countries are colonialized. They all have a white is good, black is bad, black is dirty teaching in whatever language they speak. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with Thailand, everything with these women is all about money. Take care of me, support me. That just means you're a walking ATM machine. She's gonna sit on her lazy ass. If a bitch ain't got a brain to be able to save you some money or be able to make money, what use is she? You know, you got men out here taking care of grown ass women and their families, giving them 20,000 baht. That's like $600. 30,000 baht. That's about 900 and some dollars. You know what I'm saying? And some giving more than that a month. They don't even give their kids in America that type of shit. You know what I mean? So, and what are you getting in return? You can't own any land out here. You can own a condo. So you have to put all these things in consideration when you're talking about finding a traditional woman slash wife. And we being Hebrew Israelite, conscious black men, me and you do the travels, you know what I'm saying? Now, some of your men out there might be in different things, but if you're a conscious black man, you don't want to go somewhere where, that white skin, and I got a show coming up on this pretty soon, you know what I'm saying, is praised, you know what I'm saying, over you. You know what I'm saying? They want to use you for your BBC and your money. You know what I'm saying? And I got sick and tired of guys just promoting. These guys are scared to leave out the country without they goddamn, you know what I'm saying, woman. You know what I'm saying? They scared to leave out of Pattaya or Bangkok, wherever they at, because they know as soon as they leave out for 30 minutes, she's going to be, you know what I'm saying, doing some strange things for some change. And, anything goes. Anything goes. So, I mean, I ain't gonna turn into the bastard Thai woman show, but I'm just trying to give y'all a feel because I see a lot of brothers, you know what I'm saying, making their way. Thailand's a great place to live. Like we discussed that last show, we discussed it on the next part two show. One of the best place to live so far that I've seen, just by, you know, It's a non-stop party if you want to party. You want to be laid back like me and just chill and go to the beach every now and then and just relax. You know what I'm saying? Go to a couple little bars and you know what I'm saying, have you some cocktails, man, and go to the massage place, get you a good massage, you know what I'm saying, for about $6 and $9, you know what I'm saying, full body oil, butt naked. You know what I'm saying? Happy ending can come if you want it. But you know, we're talking about traditional wives here, man. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, Southeast Asia, most guys go to the Philippines, but I like the way they look in Indonesia and Malaysia because they're very, very, you know what I'm saying, melanated. They're melanated over there. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that I got to bring up. When you were in Thailand, the darker the girl get, you know, we want them ones with that melanin, man, because they're gonna be the ones that got more of us in them. They curvy and everything, but they're gonna walk right past your black ass because they've been bullied and picked on their whole life about their brown skin. So they've been told they got to get a brown skin, you know what I'm saying, foreigner or somebody or super brown skin Thai man or whatever. So when they come up here, they finally get, you know, and the white man, he want everything dark. He want all the African girls, the African girls out here, he want them. He want the African girls in Africa. He want everything dark. So, but they steady trying to get white skin. You know what I'm saying? So that's another, you know what I'm saying, thing upon that, dealing with you know what I'm saying, dealing with Southeast Asia. So we're gonna just do a round of Southeast Asia. And you know, my whole perspective about Southeast Asia, if you're trying to find a traditional good woman that's gonna be loyal and keep her legs closed and her mouth closed, you know, will probably be Philippines, Indonesia, and Malaysia. But I'm gonna pass this mic to Urban Pataya. And Urban, right now we're just gonna do, because this is your special here. This really all the places you really been, really too much. Besides the Arab countries, I don't know you've been in South America, but give us your what's the best countries in Southeast Asia? The best country you think to find, you know, country or countries to find a traditional woman slash wife.
What's good? What's good? I'm gonna have to
Good.
say, Indonesia for me, obviously, coming off the Islam thing, and then southern Philippines, Mindanao area, or Visayan area. I co-sign on like some of the smaller villages in Laos. That's real traditional. They real. Man, I can't even say that they traditionally loyal because they all after the bag. I mean, all of Southeast Asia. But if I had to pick, I'd go Indonesia, Laos, and the Philippines. Malaysia is a little bit too moderate for me, so I don't really see them as being traditional. A lot of independent women, they got good jobs, and that plays a big role in playing their position. I have been to South America, so I've been to Peru, obviously Mexico, all throughout Mexico, and Colombia. So I would say in that area you could find a few still in Brazil.
Well, hold
But
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We ain't hit that area yet. We
you
ain't hit that
still in
area
Southeast
yet.
Asia?
Hold on.
All
I
right, all
told you
right.
Southeast Asia. You're going off the grid now.
Hey
You're
man,
going off the
I was
grid.
in the car. I just got back trying to jump online. I had to come support my brother. You was dropping jewels. I didn't hear no lies detected. Everything you said was serious about Thailand. I mean that's
But oh yeah, now get on
we
Thailand,
both in
like you know what I'm saying,
Thailand
because you
right
ain't
now.
mentioned
But
Thailand.
what'd you say?
No, I said go ahead and cover Thailand because you didn't say anything about Thailand.
Well, I told
When you didn't know, saying Southeast Asia, you know, Thailand.
off the air. I told you last night. I ran across something that was real traditional. And all the in Isan, all the smaller towns, not the major ones, in Isan, the smaller towns in between the big cities, they're still very traditional. They come out of their villages and then they have to play the role in Pattaya and Bangkok. But when they get back to their villages or the ones that haven't left yet, they still very traditional. Today I spoke to a chick's mom and she wanted to talk to me on cam, and they go through this whole process of interviewing you and just finding out if you know gonna be right with the family. Obviously, you got to kick down the things that they're hoping for is money for building and expanding their farms, and then in return, the mother will keep the chick in check when making sure she takes care of you and is serving you. But the days of the true traditional woman in Thailand is gone. The internet has messed that up. They trying to get their bag, and they're leaving their villages, coming into the cities, and chasing foreigners. That's it.
Yeah, for money. That you know. I think who that Big Keys. I think I know. I think I know which Keys this is. I say Thailand the truth. We talking about traditional women / wives, Keys. We ain't talking about to live and to party. And now it's the truth to live and to party. And you know what I'm saying. But to find for for us black men coming from America, for us to find in UK and the diaspora, you know what I mean, for us, coming to find a traditional woman for us, you first of all, you better learn Thai. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And you better keep this woman far away from Pattaya and Bangkok. You better go move and y'all move to the little traditional places where you at. You still got to keep a hold of it. So you know what I'm saying? Because she'll still be fucking the goddamn the Thai man. Be taking your goddamn money and give it to the goddamn Thai man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true that.
And see, I watch a lot of Thai women YouTube, channels, and they just keep it real. They'll tell you all about the colorism problem they got. You know what I'm saying? Because soon as you get into it with a Thai woman, she gonna text you some old crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? You nigger, the people are dirty like the Africans. Remember that one that told you ain't gonna be able to get no know what I'm saying, no good girl because you got dark skin. Hell, you lighter than me.
Yeah, they go
You know
in on you.
So this is the type of shit you got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't come out here to be disrespected, especially on no motherfucking racial level. You know what I'm saying? Not from a little poor ass motherfucker. I'm gonna be real with you now. You ain't really, I'm gonna snap. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna snap. You know what I'm saying? For real. For real. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't in Thailand, that's for sure, man. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? It's not here. You know what I'm saying? It's not here. It's not
both
here.
of us
This
are
is why I
sitting
tell
in
guys,
Thailand
like,
right now. I'm in Thailand with you, so I'm just
yeah,
trying to
no, we
figure out.
both here. You know what I'm saying? Judah Trevor just left. You know what I'm saying? Judah was out here a couple weeks ago. He just left. You know what I mean? Like, this ain't the place. You know what I'm saying? I got so many horror stories, man. It's brothers in the group that we in. You know what I'm saying? Got horror stories. You know what I'm saying? I wish the one would have came up here so he could give his, you know what I'm saying, his testimony. But I'm gonna give it for him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say his name, but I'm gonna give it for him, man. He man, one of the brothers in the small group that we in, you know what I'm saying? Traveling bosses, what is it? Travel Association of Bosses WhatsApp group, right? So the brother say the first time I met the brother in person, you know what I'm saying, and me and him go out to little bars, you know what I'm saying. You know my little famous little hangout bars I like to go to out here.
No
So,
doubt.
you know what I'm saying? So we meet up and he was like, yeah, man, I had a Thai wife. I'm actually going to finalize the divorce right now. You know what I mean? I got to go to, I got to go up to Bangkok. Then I got to go to Eson to find out the divorce. I got to, the sheriff, they're going to be there and blah, blah, blah. So, you know what I'm saying? All right, yeah, I'm divorcing the chick because, I married her. He was in the military. You know what I'm saying? He married her. You know what I mean? And took her all around with him. And, he have a baby from him. From her, a little daughter, which he think is his damn baby. He found out the damn girl wasn't his. I'm like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? So every time she go to the store somewhere, imagine you bringing a bitch with you. This bitch come out of goddamn nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real, you see the living conditions in Eson or some of them places in Eson. I've been there. So you brought this woman from literally rags to riches.
Facts.
And the appreciation she give you is you carrying around the country to country and city to city with you because that's your wife in the military. And then, goddamn it, she get pregnant from somebody. I mean, what? Every time she go to the store, you can tell the bitch to go to the goddamn corner store. You can, hey baby, go to the BX. Go get her some food from goddamn Popeyes or whatever they got on the military base or off the military base. She going to damn sucking fuck without rubbers. This is what I'm telling you. These women's on another level out here, man. You never see a lot of guys come out here and they get so confused with that fucking Sunday cry, that soft shit. Black man, BBC, all that shit. You niggas let that shit go to your head, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. They piranhas, man. You know what I'm saying?
Piranhas.
So many guys thought they had babies, and these would be other black guys' babies. And imagine now, you take her out of the country. This woman ain't never been probably down there out of East Son Harley.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Tanya, she ain't never been to Phuket and Koh Samui and all these tropical places in Thailand. You know what I'm saying? If all she can get is the Pattaya to go freelance, you know what I'm saying? And then she pulls some shit like that on you, man. This type of shit you got to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Out here, man. You know what I mean? Definitely out here. Women are women no matter where they're at in the world. Yeah.
How'd you feel in the Philippines?
Yeah. But it depends on also their religious backgrounds, man. That make a big part.
Well, how did you
in a
feel
lot.
the Philippines? How the Philippines treat you?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And
Can you hear me?
Huh?
I said, how the Philippines treat you?
Philippines, man, they was clingy. I felt the best love out of Southeast Asia there.
Wow.
Period. You know what I'm saying? I
Now,
mean, I
because they
had girls
speak
where
English,
they didn't want to leave me, man.
It ain't because they speak English.
They speak way better English. You
Right,
know,
right.
this Thai English on another level. Say, Mister, hey, brother, hey, Mister, hey, you the order, Mister. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's on a funny level. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk to the Philippines, they speak just like we speaking now, like American English.
Right.
Plus the visa there is 3 years, but the women, and I heard this before I even went to the Philippines. You know, they want to introduce you to their family off the rip because they like to do all that karaoke. They want to bring you into the family right then and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's very different, very different. It's like night and day from Thailand. And when them Thai girls hear us talk about Philippine girls, they get pissed off. You know what I'm saying? They get pissed off because they know them Philippine girls the guys talk more highly of them. But guys would talk highly of these girls. They were, you know what I'm saying? If they was who they was, you know what I'm saying? You got any horror stories about, you know what I'm saying? You want to say anything about Southeast Asia, Judah Travels? I'm gonna pass Southeast Asia to you, man. What you think about Southeast Asia as far as the women? What's the best traditional what's the best place out here you think you're gonna find a traditional wife in Southeast Asia?
First, I'm gonna piggyback with what you talking about Thailand. I've been coming. My first time coming there was in like December '01. Went out to Phuket. Man, Thailand was so beautiful and lovely. You can find nice women. That was good, but now it's changed. After COVID, it's changed. It's a whole different. It's different. And like you were saying, they're coming down strictly for the money. They're coming into Phuket and they're getting gas because guys are watching YouTube and TikTok. They're saying these girls, they're so submissive and feminine. And they're easy. They going to 808 and flex. They think they got something, but not knowing shit. As soon as they book that flight, they on somebody else. This same day, next day, they on somebody else.
Facts.
So
Same
these girls, they're really smart, and they got groups, and they spread the knowledge. They're sharing information. Damn, this guy's coming. He's paying 5,000, but he's paying 10,000. He's paying 8,000. So people don't know because these girls are they sharing information with people, and they run circles on people. I mean, I see it all the time. The guys fall in love with them freelancers, and they think they're gonna save them, but these people been doing this half their life. They've been doing this too long. You ain't gonna. I don't know. It's another. I don't know. It's really crazy. But one thing happened to me was I met like you were saying, I met a black Thai chick, and she was saying her whole life she was bullied and had to fight because her dad was from Ghana. Her mom was Thai, but her dad left her in Thailand her whole life to fend for herself. So she ended up working on Soy 6, and so her life was hard because she always had to fight, and she had to be a good fighter and stuff. So almost so it was really tough because when she was telling me the story, she was crying and stuff, and she was telling me, she said, so I do stuff to try to lighten my skin. I put lighter makeup on, and I try to be with a white man so I can make my child don't have to go through what I had to go through. And she's a cool girl, so it's really sad to hear that stuff. Like you were saying, it really confirmed that. And then she had a friend, man. Her friend was like a brown skin tiger, but she was super beautiful, cool. But she was telling me, so I don't like my skin. She said, I wish I was white. I wish I was born white. I had more privileges. So like you were saying, a lot of them in their minds, colorism really, really exists. In their minds, when you really get to know them as friends, without taking all the sex shit out of it, a lot of them really want to be white. They really in their mind that, so they program for that, and it was really, I don't know, man. It was really hurtful to hear them talk like that. So I mean, so it was crazy to hear that.
Yeah. Colonization, man. A lot of people don't know. Y'all better Google right now. Colonization in Southeast Asia. It's going to show every damn country around Thailand because Thailand wasn't colonized on paper. But hell, it's colonized on influence because every damn country connected to it and every country connected around to them was all colonized on paper and everything. You know what I'm saying? And so this is where all these countries out here get that white, even the Philippines. You know what I'm saying? In Manila, I've heard horror stories. You know what I'm saying? Come on, you got one guy who's on Instagram or TikTok. He on there crying. He an African guy at the pool. He got, you know what I'm saying, called a monkey. I remember Yoga called me like, yo, man, something crazy going on here. He was by a pool. Something happened to him. You know what I mean? So, you know, that colonization is a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And you have to add all that into that. You know what I mean? And something you said, I want to get on the point. You said the WhatsApp groups. Now you could put this right here upon every region. South, you know, Thailand or Southeast Asia, you know, Dominican Republic, Colombia, all these countries we go to, these girls have WhatsApp groups, especially when y'all messing with these women of the hour or women of the night, aka freelancers or whatever. The opportunity, everywhere we go, they're gonna be at. The robbers gonna be there, the opportunity scammers, and of course the ladies that's trying to make some money. They have WhatsApp groups. Like you say, they put on there, this guy does this does this right here. But what do guys do in the WhatsApp groups that we have, you know what I'm saying, or that we've been in or been a part of? They argue about fucking freelancers and whores. And, you know, we should do the same thing. When a bitch talk about, you know, nigger this and that, and you put the fucking face in there, first that nigga, oh man, well, you might have tried to undercut her with money. Like, dude, if she called one a monkey or nigga, she called all of them that. Like, you guys, it's not on code. You're not on code. You know? They're not on code. No, I'm saying, Judah Travels no, so Urban Tiger, they're not on code. So this is why these guys come out here. You won't listen to a guy like us. You think we hate. We trying to warn you. Trying to push your game. Don't come out here to Thailand. Listen, this is the number one scam in Thailand. This is the number one scam. I'm going to tell you right now. Number one scam. When you see the girl, you got girlfriend? You got girlfriend? Hell no, and I don't want one. Hell no, and I don't want one. That's what you better say. Because that's just a scam. That means soon you say, you know, no, I ain't got one. You know what I'm saying? She want to be your girlfriend because that's take care of me, support me. I'm not going to do nothing. Now you're going to pay me to be my girlfriend. You're going to pay me to take care of me.
Right.
Just, no, I don't want a girlfriend. Nobody ain't talking about some black guy butterfly. How can a fucking whore call a man a damn butterfly? This is a male whore. Come on now. You can't do that, baby.
I just tell him I'm a freelancer too. I tell him I'm a freelancer too. Shut that shit down.
They shut all that right there down. You know what I'm saying? See, they want the black man to be stupid like the white man. You know what I'm saying? A black man negotiates. Black man gonna negotiate. He know he looks good. He know he smell good. You know he like he got a BBC. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Y'all want the good sex and all that. Black man sex so good. Well, bitch, listen. We ain't finna pay you what the white man finna pay you. We ain't finna treat you like the white man finna treat you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna go. You know, man, like you going to go-go bar here, man. I ain't trying to be graphic, but you going to go-go bar or BJ bar.
You about to tell your story? You about to tell your story from today?
Man, listen, man. You will see white men and their wives in here just going, eating booty hole, pussy hole right in front of every goddamn body.
That ain't traditional. That ain't traditional.
And kissing bitches in the mouth and just got through blowing. Like, because they don't care. The black man, we have standards. We care about that. And that makes them mad. Like, oh, y'all thinking, well, baby, we are. I'm going to be real with you. We're a little bit better than you. I'm going to be real with you. You know what I'm saying? You can't pretend you better than us. What do you bring to the table? You know what I'm saying? Like, you dealing with, I don't know why a guy would want to make a Thai girl his girlfriend. It's retarded. It's diabolical. And some of you guys come out here and try to don't even live out here. They come out here to visit once or twice a year and then trying to handcuff whores.
Well, in that case, the traditional ones would have to. The traditional ones would be coming out of Laos and Cambodia before they come out of Thailand, because they still behind.
Or the Philippines, anywhere out here but Thailand. You took up a traditional woman/wife. Hey, like I said, we told you the Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia. You got a better opportunity.
Right.
Laos, you got a better opportunity. Cambodia, you got a better opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they shy in those countries. And there ain't too many brothers running through there either. So
it's crazy, but it's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? These guys I see how low, and we talk about this in the group that we all in, how low the black man's self-esteem has become as America just made them. Because soon they come out, you know, especially if they, you know, like, man, work on yourself. Get your confidence up. Because you got to have your confidence up, man, when you start traveling this world like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't be out here just, I try to give brothers pep talks, man. Like, bro, just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And you got men that'll get, like I say, they get mad at us for talking this real talk. You know what I mean? Like, all right, you want to roll the dice, my guy? Roll the dice. You know what I'm saying? But just remember, this place right here, you have a lot of, colonizers that come out here, man. They got all kind of little packages they dropping off to these girls, if you know what I mean. I don't want to get a medical misuse, but you know what I'm talking about. So they drop all kind of little packages off, man. And them girls are spreading them little packages. They dropping packages off. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about making somebody your wife, man. You know what I'm saying? They better fucking be able to have some kind of, this woman better already have a business mind and have businesses. You know what I'm saying? That y'all can build upon. And she ain't got that, but she just waiting for you to. You just an ATM machine. She ain't gonna never ask you or care about what kind of bills you got to pay and what you got to do and your family, how your family doing, and this like
You cooking
man,
right
we don't
now,
talk.
man.
Listen, man, I feel like we don't talk enough about goddamn, man. This right here goes into, I got a show actually on this coming up. You know what I'm saying? In like next week.
Cats don't
And
want
the
to hear
name of
that
it.
though. Cats don't really
Yeah,
want to hear that.
they gonna hear it on that show because I'm gonna give it all on that show. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm
they
giving it
looking
all
for
on that
that
show.
girlfriend experience. They looking for that
That's what they're
GFE.
looking for.
That's
What they're looking for.
That's
They
what they
go
looking
all
for.
these
And it used
countries
to be
looking
that
for
way.
girlfriend
I ain't gonna
experience in the
front. It was
freeway.
that way 20 years ago.
It was. No, I
But
agree.
now these chicks got the internet. They got their phones game. I remember if a chick used to have a phone, she'd be happy just to have the phone around her neck. She had to go to an internet cafe to get online. Now they got it at the touch of their fingers. Niggas is sending dick pics and
Watching
hitting them up.
TikTok.
Yeah, you
They
don't got a
watching
chance.
TikTok. They're watching YouTube. I mean, they're watching TikTok, YouTube, everything you watch in America. You
She
know what I'm
walk
saying?
out
And then
your
they got these
room.
colonizers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If they kind of sexy like that woman with all the tattoos that be on Instagram and Facebook. She got
not the
those
tattoos.
colonizers that putting her up on there. These are her page. Which they let the colonizer pimp them out. You Negroes ain't been
Facts,
yeah.
No, you're
sir.
right.
You know what I'm
Facts.
You're
saying?
right.
They'll tell you black men can't do what white men can do. I can't. Well, I don't want to fuck lady boys. I don't want to fuck no kids. Now, how about that? That's what I tell you. How about that? You
No,
know what I'm
you're right.
saying? Do what he
That's
do.
crazy.
And he deletes your ass and chop you up and throw you in goddamn off the bridges and throw you off the balconies and shit out here. We
Yeah,
ain't
they
doing
be
that shit.
wilding.
Y'all still run towards it. They got all the crime out here in
Crazy.
Thailand. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the one. I mean, hey, listen, man. I got a good show on that. I already got it set up. I got the thumbnail already. You know, so I'm gonna drop that thumbnail later on today. That's gonna be a next week show. I'm going all in. But now check this out. We're gonna move on to South and Central America and the Caribbean islands, man. What's the best country you think over there? You know what I'm saying, Judah travels, you know what I'm saying? Because you probably been to more South American countries and Caribbean countries and Central American countries, maybe than me and you know what I'm saying, Urban Pataya, you know what I mean? What you think about the, you know what I'm saying, South America, Central America, and the Caribbean islands? Which one of those countries you think, is best for us to find traditional women / wives?
Man, for first off, man, I went over to Brazil for a year and a half. I started out in Rio. Then I made my way to Sao Paulo. Then I went over to Salvador Bahia, where a lot of people are, where the most of the slaves went through. And I loved it in Bahia, Salvador, but it can be, but you gotta learn, you gotta know Portuguese, fluent Portuguese, and it can be a little dangerous too. But it can be a little dangerous too. So it's a lot of risk over it. But it's very beautiful women, and some of them are cool. But I think, but they still have that mindset too. It comes a mindset. A lot of them people, because that they watch the white Jesus, so in their mind we talk about stuff like that, they don't want to hear that type of stuff. So and I can't marry no woman who's into a white Jesus and knowing your skin black as mine, who don't want to look up
No.
your history. No.
That's
So
a no.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that about Brazil. That's one thing I didn't like about Brazil. Once you really, after you get past the fun, you settle in, you buckle down, trying to get to know people. Because in Brazil, you can go visit the old slave jails. In Salvador Bahia, you can go visit the old slave jails where they held them at. And then so that I went out there with a chick, we was talking about the history and talking about stuff, and then but her whole mindset was programmed: white is good, black is bad. She think black only try for sex, and white men come for wives. So they all programming the same agenda. So I was like, what? And then I don't know. So it was bad. So then I started going to Colombia. I started going to Colombia more, and I started out in Cartagena and Medellin, but I didn't like either one of them because both of them are just mostly paper sex, but they can be dangerous. A lot of people getting scoped and robbed and even killed at them places. So then I started going over to Cali, and Cali's close towards the jungle, but it's it can be risky too. But Cali is a lot of black people over, but it's so I started going to Cali. I started hanging in Cali a lot, and I really love the vibe. But it's like it's cool over, but a lot of women that they still you gotta have fluent Spanish, and then it's still get dangerous at nighttime because even and people they still poor. They make $200 a month, so they see you coming through there. If you ain't got no jewelry on, you got no iPhone. They ride through the motorcycle. They're gonna pull that strap out. They try to take a look at you because everybody's hungry. They ain't got nothing to lose. They only make $200 a month. I saw them nothing a month. So most time that first time you go through there, they be happy to see you. Hey buddy, hey Poppy, what up? What's your number? Whatever. But then after a while you settle in, you start to realize, man, them people look at you like a steak on a platter. They can get you.
A steak dinner. I was just about to say.
Yeah,
like a steak dinner.
You think it's sweet, but they got you think it's sweet because they send the beautiful women at you, but then they got another plan for you. You like a steak, and people ain't making a home off that. So I had to realize that. I had to realize that, and now I look more cautious. Now I'm more because safety plays a big factor. You can't make it back home. What good is it?
Right.
Or I know people who've been living there 5-10 years who've been robbed. They just tell because of women, but who want to live a whole life in fear? Who want to live a life you can't go out past dark time? You want to live a life you can't go out past 8 o'clock? Who want to live like you in jail? You just say I can sleep with women like so. It's like you gotta really think about all the factors because you want to be safe. You want to have a safety element and still be able to maneuver. When you can take your old lady on a date, you don't want to be restricted in the house all day. So that's important. That's an important factor to me. So then I said, man, let me go ahead and so my mind frame now is like what we've been talking about the last couple of days is heading back toward the Muslim. But I know you was asking particularly South America, but I think you gotta speak at number one. You gotta speak that language because you gotta understand what they're saying. Because them girls are real smart too, and they got their own plans and agenda. Because they cool, beautiful women, but but my opinion, they're more happy with their own. Because when I see them, even I got a lot of friends that I've been friends 5-6 years, but I see them with their own people, their own men. They generally more happy and money ain't involved. But with us, it's transactional. You're gonna pay for her whole lifestyle. Or she ain't dealing with it all. No matter how good sex is, you're gonna pay for her whole lifestyle. You flying to beach towns, paying for all the dinners, paying for us to go to the club, buying bottles, take her to the beach. Everything you do, you pay. It's like an extra kid, a +1. Everything I do is on your bill. It's a +1. Okay, baby, let's go eat. You paying for it. Let's go to the beach. You paying for it. Let's go to the vacation. You pay. Everything's on you. It's like an extra person. So it's like, is that really love or what? It's like a child. That's my man.
Like a child. They always say about these Thai whores. They are a fucking child, man. You just a fucking child I got to take care of. What the fuck?
Fact. And the end of the day, is how you getting the sex. End of the day. And so it's like, is that really a good trade off? Because when I see them people with their own people, don't be like that. Because even though they don't got no money and they don't got money, they be more generally happy because they speak the same language, come from the same struggle. So I said, eventually you gotta get back to where our people are, where you really like, not because of the money. Because some guys go out there and think, damn, I'm gonna go to Cartagena, imagine I'm gonna fuck her good. But these girls been selling pussy their whole life. Yeah, it don't matter about that shit. They want that money. They on to the next customer.
Right.
Right.
You said something very important. You said something very important when you said, most of these countries, some of these countries, they really prefer their own kind. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, you know what I'm saying? She might have all right, so I'm gonna give you an example. It was this guy from Canada, or he was from America, white guy, and he had you might have seen it on the news thing. He had a girl down there, beautiful little Colombian woman, but she was fucking this famous little Colombian rapper or whatever the hell he was. And the white guy put a private investigator on. He found out, he went down there, killed her and shit, and then tried to sneak back into America. They caught him in Panama though. But they preferred, so a lot of these women prefer their own, man. You could give them, it don't matter how much you do. Like the Filipino P say, don't be giving all these women all that money. You know what I'm saying? Filipino P, man, she gonna put you on game. Don't be getting with it because it'll never be enough. Let me repeat that. It'll never be enough. The best word you can learn when you're traveling the world is no. That's the best word you can learn is no. Because you're going to have beggars every goddamn where that's got their hand out and begging. No, 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 and keep it walking and keep it pushing. Like you were saying in and I didn't mean to cut you short, but let you finish off. Colombia, in Brazil. I ain't been to Brazil, but Colombia, and I've been to Costa Rica. I've been to Jaco Beach, and I've been to Panama City, Panama, and I've been to Mexico so many times. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say, and Dominican Republic a couple of times, those women do prefer, they would prefer their own men. Because like you say, they come up with their own struggle and they speak the language. Now, if you could speak Spanish, that's even better because now she can't talk over your head. They can't have these, but though, they come from that same struggle. You know what I'm saying? You're still like a gringo. It's like a, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't see too many success stories with like Colombians besides what's his name? Andre and Andrea. But I don't know their personal life. He seemed happy when he doing live shows and shit. But you know what I'm saying? But I guess probably the best place for us as far as I hear, and you can elaborate more on this Judah travels as far as is Colombia and shit. They say the best place is probably Cali, Colombia for us, because it's #1 black city and it's number one salsa in the world. So I guess you know how to do a little salsa shit, you gotta get you a little bad one. You know what I'm saying? What you think, Judah Travel?
Sauce is good, but Cali's good. I love Cali. Like I met Andre out there a couple times, but Cali's sweet. But it's like even if you speak, like I met guys in Cali who fluent Spanish, dope in Spanish, but they still weren't able to get a good woman. They still weren't able to do it. They like expert level 1 Spanish. Spanish, like you think they're local, and they still weren't able to get a good woman. So it's like it's more than just Spanish, because them women, they cool because they still look at you as a, no matter how much Spanish you know, they still look at you as a gringo. No matter what, they look at you as a gringo. No matter, all the stuff's cool and cute. You can dance salsa, that's cute, but end of the day, you're still a gringo. So they get a chance. If they feel like you get too froggy, they have you set up and rob. So it's, Cali's still tough because Cali's outside the jungle, where most of the drugs have grown, the cartels roam through her. So people don't really play with Cali like that. But there's a lot of black women over there. I mean, I met a couple of guys who married women over there, and it was mediocre results. So, I mean, because some of the girls, like the guys, they might be working, coming back and forth, and as soon as you leave, they cheating on you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I don't know. It's like I met a girl, like I'm gonna give you an example. I met a girl when I first started out there like 3 years ago. I met a girl. She was cool. We just kick her every now and then. But I told her I just want friends. We kick it every now and then. Boom. Then she hit me up, man. I got this American guy. He tried to marry me, and I'm with her. I'm with her in the bed. He's blowing the phone up, and then I'm with him in the bed. He's blowing the phone up, and then I said, man, you better go home, and then she went back home. Then he ended up marrying her, and then as soon as he left, she still hit me up and come back through her. So it's like what you said on the first, when you first got on her, you gotta live there full time, and then still the trust is different, because it's like some of the people in Colombia and Brazil, the way their culture is, some of them girls are sleep with a second cousin. That's with somebody so close to you, they can say it's their driver, but he's fucking them too. So it's like you gotta really understand the culture, the lifestyle. It's deeper than, unless you're gonna just sit in the house all day with the girl and keep a hostage. Like you got enough money coming in, you're gonna sit in the house all day. Only way, because if not, it's deeper than that. Like it'd be somebody you listen expect. It'd be like a second cousin, and he's still fucking them. It'd be the driver, the one who take him on the bike. They got the personal driver, personal bike boys, who motorbike driver. He take them around and he's fucking too. So it's really risky. If you marry him, it's still cool, because a lot of them, their parents, they poor. They really dirt poor. So they'll tell them, yeah, go marry a gringo, because you can be a better life. You can give me a better life. But for them, it's deeper than just sex. So for them, it's just for them, they like their own fun too. So I don't know. I mean, it's really risky. Like I haven't seen many successful stories either. But the only one I see is the one you see, Andre. But I mean, and I don't know. I mean, because I'm out there, I don't see him out there at nighttime. Like I said, his story just him and his girl, they must stay in a lot, and she speaks good English, so it's better for him because she speaks perfect English, so it's good for him. But most of them, it ain't the reality of how it is. It ain't the reality. But a good time to visit Cali is for Petronio event. Petronio Alvarez in August. That's a great time to visit Colombia if you've never been to Cali. That's when they all have the Afrocentric look, and it go on for like a week. And but I think it's good people out there. But I think you have to live there. But the only thing about it is it can get dangerous. I'm not gonna lie to you. You
Just
gotta,
too dangerous.
cause I met a guy out there I met a guy out there who speaks perfect Spanish, and he said he met a girl on Bumble, and the girl scoped him. He woke up his phone gone, everything gone, and he still lived there. But he said he ain't never leaving because it's easy. But I'm not willing to play my life like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I
like,
can't do
what's
it,
the
man.
risk? What's the risk just for getting sex? The risk getting killed, getting scoped, and getting
The
robbed.
juice ain't worth the squeeze. The juice
Yeah.
ain't worth the squeeze, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we were saying when we left America. The juice ain't worth the squeeze. And goddamn, you take your ass to Colombia, getting your head blown. Hey, listen, man. I've seen guys get the head blown off for gold chains that might not even been real. Like the motherfucker's so small and shit, and don't even look real. And a motherfucker do this right here. It'd be old. Motherfucker come and try to grab your chain. You do this right here. Boom. They blow your shit out.
Facts.
They don't care. And 2 hours later, they got a police officer on this side, a police officer there, and they taking a picture in front of the damn paper. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? This is, who the hell wants to risk their life? I'm not gonna risk my life to find no traditional woman or no love in no fucking crazy ass country. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and even Dominican Republic, like you were saying before, these motorbike guys and taxi guys and second cousins, man, they fucking the shit out of them motherfuckers, man. In Colombia, Dominican Republic, they fuck donkeys. The men fuck donkeys in goddamn Colombia, Dominican Republic. So you know
Pause.
Yeah.
damn well they're fucking cousins.
Yeah.
Google that.
Oh yeah.
Google that. I say they got videos. They're like, what the fuck? They even fucked the white man up. He was like, huh? The
Not
white man,
watch
he
it.
fucking, he like fucking the donkey. So they'll fuck second cousins and all kind of
Damn.
shit like that, man. It's just
So
crazy, man.
one
But
more thing, man. One more thing
go ahead.
about Dominican Republic, man. Man, I got a this guy I met when I was in the military, man. He ended up moving there like 10 years ago. He took like 50,000. He went over. He married this girl. I said, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Why you marrying her for?" He said, "I love her." I think he loved the way she looked. But then she already had like a old house passed down, and he was like, "I'm gonna put my money into her house, and then we're gonna be good rest of our life." That was his plan. That was his plan. I said, "You sure?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "If you have money, it's you." But I said, "You sure?" He said, "Yeah." But then, long story short, after he put most of his money into the house, fixing it up, new roof, new kitchen, remodel everything, basically. You know what the girl did?
Talk, dude.
Said, you can go. Said, but we can stay married on paper. I don't need nothing from you, but you can stay in the country. But said, you can go. Said, you got to get out of here. I don't care what you do. You got to get the fuck out of here. That's what the girl told him. And so it was really hurt for him, but his pride. So he ended up still stayed over there. But so it's like, I don't know, man, because like a person ain't got nothing. And you go over with so much and you put it all into what she got going on, her motion. Now she got a complete full house. And now she don't want you no more. She don't need you no more. So it can be
But
really
this the
hurtful. And
whole
he
thing.
actually,
No, but this is the whole thing, Judah Travel. You can own your own property and everything in Dominican Republic.
that's why I tell him. That's why I tell you. That's why I tell him. I teach you about your own house and you've been straight. I said you can't try to build in what she already got going on. Hell no, because them girls, they look at us as the gringo. They look at us as you come with the money, so you can finance my lifestyle. So you can, if I can get one over you, they're gonna get you. So it's like you got to build your own and just check. Cause them, like I was talking to this one girl and she was like, said, yeah, I admit a lot of our parents push us to marry you guys because even some guys are bringing back to America or other guys are married and staying over there. So I can have a better lifestyle dealing with you because over here I'm making 300, 400 a month without taking a regular job. So it's like I said, what's the benefits for us? And then she was like, really, you don't know. Because the person leaves whenever you don't know. So I said, it's a lot of risk. You're just playing rolling the dice. You're just rolling the dice, hoping and praying. Even if you speak Spanish or not, you're just hoping and praying that she just stay. And I'm not willing to invest like that. So for me, I'm looking towards the motherland. With that being said, but there's a lot of horror
Yeah, you
stories
know
down
what I'm
there. A
saying?
lot of
And
horror stories down there.
we're gonna get on that next. We're gonna get on African countries next, you know what I'm saying? But did you been anywhere in the Caribbean islands, South America or Central America Urban Patalia?
Yeah. I've been to, so in Colombia, just to touch on that, I mostly, the last time I was there was in 2008 when it was real gangster. So Bogota and Medellin. But in the Caribbean, pretty much most of the Caribbean, I did most of St. Lucia and St. Kitts, Aruba, Bermuda, and I probably wouldn't pick any of those. I mean, they're the same as they are back in the States, whether they're in Florida or New York.
Yeah.
So I can't really speak on the Jamaicans or the Bahamas, because it's just like being in Florida or being in Atlanta to me. Um, but they do have traditional ones, but you got to go deep in the cuts. As far as yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I really don't have too much in the Caribbean that I'm fond of. The water's beautiful, the weather's nice, but it's the same, and it's too easily accessed from the States. So I don't see them as being real traditional.
Okay, you said you've been to Colombia and Peru.
Colombia, Peru, yeah, mostly Colombia, Peru, and much Mexico. In and out of Mexico a lot. Baja
So what you think about all those women?
uh, I was with a Mexican chick for a minute, and she's from Napa, California, but we went back and forth. So she was traditional in a sense, but still a fucking hoe. They still whores, man. You at this point, anytime they can get over, they're gonna get over. If they especially for black men, if they fucking with black men, it's gonna be real hard to tame any chick that's even remotely interested in BBC or hip hop or anything like that. She gonna be a victim. So she's always gonna be having people at her, and they don't know how to respond. It's not too many of that. Unless you keep them in the house and keep them handcuffed, you really ain't gonna be able to control them, because the internet and the phones just got it where you can't even, social media got it where they wide open. They get bored, they get on their phone, cats are sending them dick pics, pause, and then next thing you know, you at work or wherever the fuck you into, and she out fucking the next man. So that's it might be 1 or 2 out of 10 every 10 that's halfway decent. But I for me, that's my experience. Other cats might believe something different, but I approach every bitch as a hoe first, and then she got to prove herself.
Facts, man. And let me welcome and give a big shalom to my brother Magnezy, man. My Magnezy, said welcome back to Hilltop Traveling Everywhere in the Scoring Black Man podcast, man. We're going simultaneously live and on Facebook. But we covered the name of the show, Magnezy, is what countries is the best for passport bros / expats to find traditional women / wives. You know what I'm saying? And we're talking about black brothers from America and the diaspora period. And we covered Southeast Asia and South America, Central America, and the Caribbean islands, man. Do you want to touch on those? You know what I'm saying? Which one of those countries you think we can find a traditional woman / wife for us, the black man, if we can, and if we can't, why? I mean, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Go ahead, Matt and Easy. The floor is yours, my brother.
You salute to the panel, peace, brothers. I have to make my disclaimer. I'm not a passport bro at all. Black men that travels. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
No, your microphone is choppy, very, very choppy. Hold on, let me put it. Okay,
it might be me.
Yeah. It's your I don't know what's going on. You can talk a little closer to the mic or something. No diddy.
Word. But look, how about now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you much better.
All right, cool. So I'll keep it like this. Look, man, you might as well look for a goddamn unicorn. These brothers, not the brothers on the panel, because they've been chopping real game. But when people talk about, yeah, we're gonna go here, we're gonna find a traditional woman, the internet killed that worldwide. You have more luck finding a traditional woman in church somewhere in Georgia than you will in the slums of Colombia or Puerto Rico or whatever. Since the internet came, like these women have, and men as well, have a whole bunch of people that they can choose from, and it totally eliminated the traditional aspect of relationships. You know what I'm saying? I work with young dudes. I'm in my 50s, and these dudes are like 35 or whatever. They don't know how to talk to women. They just getting mad buns off of apps like Badoo and some other apps that they were talking about, through Tinder or whatever. And they said it's even getting harder on there to get, because these women are being bombarded every day, so they're extra choosy and extra picky. So as far as traditional is concerned, I don't believe that really exists unless the woman is raised right, and that really it depends on how her family and her environment. So there's no country or no geographical location that you would be more likely to meet one, especially if it's an impoverished country, because then it's really a wallet that they're looking for, and they can feign being traditional and put on a front until they've had their fill or until they're bored of it. Somebody mentioned that these women, a lot of times, they like their own men. 100% true, because they can talk, they can, they can go through childhood memories, they know the same people, they know the same. They're not going to complain about the spices that we might complain about. All of that, they don't have to deal with. So culture plays a big role, and someone could be traditional with somebody that understands their culture. But for you, a lot of times it's a dance of how can I make this person feel comfortable, and that in itself is uncomfortable. Like if I meet someone from New York City, then I could just be me. If I meet someone from the South, then I gotta kind of slow my talk. Not saying that people from the South are all like that, but I have to tone it down. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really being myself. So when you add language, culture, geography, genotype, and all of that, the worship of white people in a lot of these countries, and you go down there, a lot of times they're looking at us like we're some hip hop niggas, you know. And unfortunately, a lot of them want you to play that up. I found that in Southeast Asia. I'm not really sure in the Latin American countries, but what I hear about there, that is just as gangster as parts of America, or even more because they're more poor. So I would say travel, better yourself, and women should be a byproduct or an afterthought, not the main reason. Once you start traveling strictly for box, you're getting into a part of the world where the scruples aren't really aligned with a lot of positive brothers are doing. You know what I'm saying? So let me jump to Africa real quick. I've been to the continent, and the game is strong out there too.
Hold on 1 second, Matt Nathan. We ain't went there yet. We about to go there right now. You know what I'm saying? In a second. I just want to get your opinion on Southeast Asia and South and Central South and Central America in the Caribbean islands. If you've been over there, I know you've been throughout Southeast Asia, have you? But you broke it down in gravy sauce.
My wife is from the Caribbean, and I'm telling you, somebody mentioned something about like it's the same as you meeting them in New York. I'm from Brooklyn, so really these people communicate back and forth with their people in America. So it's a mirror. They know exactly what's going on. They're on World Star. They're on TikTok. So you can't escape it in the Caribbean. You can't escape it anywhere. I'm hearing girls in Thailand are twerking and using the N-word now. That's crazy. So the internet has closed this gap of the innocent country girl. It doesn't exist anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And when we start talking about Africa, then we can start really cooking. But I'm gonna give you an example. Depending on where the Caribbean island is connected to, right? So if they're from a Caribbean island like Martinique, and I don't know if they're still cool with France, if they have French passports or whatever, or if a lot of them go to France. But a lot of these women have men in Europe, black men in Europe, who make money, sending them money. So when you go there, you're like, yeah, I'm American, I got dollars. They look like, yo, I get euros sent to me every month. You know what I'm saying? If it's the Dutch Caribbean, a lot of people out here get a lot of money to go down there and build apartments, and they got Airbnbs and businesses down there, and they just use Europe as a place to get bread. So your dollar is negated by a euro, and the fact that a lot of these women have first world standards living in second and third world countries. So the game has changed. So really, if you're not an extraordinary Negro in America, you ain't gonna be an extraordinary Negro outside of America no more. That's how it's passed.
Man, you said a whole lot of game, man. A whole lot of game, man. A whole lot of game, man. And I'm gonna go ahead and break the ice, man. We're gonna get into now the African countries. You know what I'm saying? And we could add Arab countries in here. I ain't been to no Arab countries. I know Urban Pattaya has been, he, you know what I'm saying, he's the Southeast Asian goddamn king. I think all his kids are Southeast Asian. You know what I'm saying? He may have a couple that's urban.
Nah,
It's Arab.
the first
You got any
few
black kids, goddamn it? I
first
mean,
few
we're
was
all on
Brooklyn.
black, but you got any kids from any black women
Yeah,
Urban
first, come
Pattaya?
on, man. I'm from Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy. First one, Brooklyn, all day. Baby mama's from Brooklyn. We fresh out of high school. No. But I've been in the UAE for this will be year 11, and so as a permanent resident, so I can't really, that's Muslim, and even that ain't gonna be traditional. They take off that what's under the hijab and what's under the abayas, then they still women. So at the end of the day, it's hard to find a traditional Muslim sister in the Middle East.
Hey, go to Bangkok and go to Soy Nano. What's that? Summit 4 right there, man.
Right.
You see it right there with the African girls, man. The goddamn Arab girls. And what's the Muslims that they don't show up by their eyes? What's that?
And that's a burqa.
A burqa, man.
Yeah.
They got to see them in their eyes. They be like, "Hey, come over here." I'm like, "Damn, baby, I can't see nothing but your eyes." Shit. What? I don't know what's under that motherfucker, man. I can't see nothing but your eyes, baby. But yeah, as far as we're gonna get into Africa, man. And I could kind of start it off. I know Judah Travels probably got more countries over there probably than me, or maybe not. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Matt Neeson has any, but I got 2 countries so far. And that's what I've been going at lately. I said 2025 and 26, I'm gonna be tearing up Africa, and maybe 27. Africa. Now I got a different tone. Well, it depends. I only been to Kenya, Nairobi, Kenya, which is the capital. And I've never been to Mombasa, but Nairobi, Kenya, you could judge everything off the capital cities or the biggest city. I just came back from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, went over to Zanzibar, the island, which is part of Tanzania and shit. And I can tell you for a fact, and when I did my assessment of Nairobi, I talked about how they have a colorism problem in Nairobi, almost like they're in Thailand. It's kind of crazy. You got all these different nationalities of black people. And I mean, even the Sudanese, the blackest of the blacks, they even bleach it. You go on their goddamn, the girls see your pictures, or you go to, you got a Tinder or whatever. Man, she looks like she about our complexion or red bone, man. She come over, man. She is black as goddamn all outdoors, man. I mean, super goddamn black. And then, you sitting there with all you see is all the bad ones. And, Judah Travel going to elaborate on this. You see all the bad ones, with white boys. You know what I'm saying? Now, we're not even white boys for financial reasons, but a lot of them now because they want to have them white babies. You know what I'm saying? They want that good hair like them American black girls. Be like, oh, my baby got some good hair. You know what I'm saying? Well, that baby ain't black no more. Everybody's the seed of their father. You know what I'm saying? That sperm. You know what I'm saying? So I seen a lot of that, and I seen a lot of kissing up to the colonizer. The colonizer has a big part kind of in Kenya. Kenya more developed than Tanzania, but Tanzania got more brotherly and sisterly love. And those women over there, you know what I'm saying? I ain't see all that white boy loving and white people loving over there, you know what I'm saying? They were more traditional. It's very underdeveloped compared to, Nairobi, Kenya and all that stuff. But man, it's way more wholesome. The women just want to cook for you, you know what I'm saying? They just want to be around you, you know what I'm saying? They're not asking for too much, but they just want to be treated like somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a real dating. Like, they want to be taken out, you know what I'm saying, somewhere, and nothing really too fantastic, man, you know what I'm saying? Them girls want to sit there and just cook and really clean for you, man. So you take them out somewhere, you know what I'm saying, to a nice bar and grill or whatever, man. They are very appreciative. Very appreciative. You know what I'm saying? Now, Kenya, they appreciate, you know what I'm saying? They happy to, you know what I'm saying? I mean, Nairobi, they're happy to, you know what I'm saying, to see us around. I just didn't like that colonized loving, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I like the little jungle fever that they had going on over there, you know what I mean? And so that kind of threw me off, you know what I'm saying? But compared to them Tanzania girls, man, they the best by far out of any country that I've been to. And they're going to show you they like it. Just like a lot of these countries, you know what I'm saying, outside of America, they're going to show you they like it or they want to get some money from you or both. But these girls right here are more, the Tanzanian girls were way, way traditional, man. It's a Muslim mostly country, you know what I'm saying? So they have a more wholesome type of peacefulness over there, you know what I'm saying? Compared to, like I was talking about last episode, compared to you know what I'm saying, Nairobi, where the crime was a little bit higher, you know what I'm saying, phone snatching and shit like that. Really no shooting and killings, you know what I'm saying? They got, you know, pretty much good gun laws, you know what I'm saying, in both of them countries. But, you know, if somebody's trying to snatch some phones or some jewelry over there in Tanzania, man, people gonna whoop their ass. So, like I say, the women was more like they own you, man. You know what I'm saying? In all these places, they can own you, they talkative. I love Tanzania. You know what I'm saying? Tanzania will be my number one spot. You hear it right here, 1 hour and 10 minutes and 30 seconds into the show. Tanzania is my number one spot for black men coming out the diaspora to find a traditional woman / wife. You know what I'm saying? Period. Now I'm gonna pass this mic. Well, first of all, I'm gonna say welcome to NPC the game. Welcome on in here. You know what I'm saying, in here, brother. Do you have any kind of experiences anywhere that we discussed?
Well, thanks for having me, SBM. Good to be here, panel. I live in Taiwan currently, and I'm from the Northern California Bay Area. And I've been here about 9 years, and all I know pretty much is in terms of Southeast Asia is Taiwan. I've been to Thailand one time, and I guess you asked that question earlier about what's the best place in Southeast Asia to find a wife material, a traditional wife,
a traditional good woman for you know what I'm saying, for a black man.
Yeah, and I haven't been to this place, but I've heard stories, and you know, and I would say like the brother mentioned earlier, like some place like Laos or Cambodia, some place where the phone is not there.
Right.
But I bet, but even there, they're doing their thing there too. It's just not to the it's not to the extent that we're used to. So they're a little slower over there, probably.
So how are the Taiwanese women?
They're kind of like the Western women, except a little slower, a little behind. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they want that money.
Yeah.
They want that money. So have you been to any South American or Central American or Caribbean island countries?
Not South American, but just North America, Mexico. That's about it. Puerto Rico, I've been there, but no, not really.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, I was just listening to y'all. I was listening to y'all.
Yeah,
they're all westernized, pretty much. Yeah,
yeah, they all.
I think every part of the globe is at this point. And the brother that just came up next earlier, he brought up a good point about like, I'm sure there's like roses in the concrete in the wilderness of North America as well. However, it's like a unicorn at this point. But I guess I'm an optimist. I think that there probably is someone out there for everybody. But yeah. I have an interesting situation, my situation, because my wife was born in Taiwan, but I met her in America. And she was raised mostly in America.
You just moved back. You just moved back to her country with her.
Okay. Right. Well, that's cool. Try something new, man. Try something new.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's been cool out here, man.
I haven't been to Taiwan, man. So let me ask you, for all the brothers and sisters, you know, and probably no sisters watching this show, but for all the brothers that want to maybe visit Taiwan, what city should they visit first?
I mean, everyone goes to Taipei.
Best city to visit?
Everyone goes to Taipei. You know, that's the big city up north. But I'm in Tainan, the oldest city down south. It's cool because it's a big city. You can have access to the big city stuff. But if you like that country vibe, you're also not that far away. The cool thing about Taiwan is like, it only takes like 5 hours to get around the whole island, even though it's pretty dense. I say my city, Tainan, man.
Okay,
I mean, especially younger brothers. Beaches, yeah.
Have beaches? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's an island, so there's beaches everywhere.
And so, are there a lot of dark-skinned Taiwanese women?
Not so much, but we do have Aboriginal women. Or indigenous women. Most people don't know about that about Taiwan. Well, a lot of the Polynesian people. Yeah.
That's in all these Asian countries. They all black. You know what I'm saying? From the Philippines, their names start with an A. I can't remember. No, so I got it in one of my phones. And then you got the Monique people in Thailand. The Monique people. And then you got
Right.
the people over in Cambodia. I mean, hell, China, Japan, all these places. They all was damn Negroes at one point.
Yeah.
Colonization of white your ass out. But let me pass the mic, my brother. I'm gonna put you on mute real quick because I want to finish this African thing up. Let me go over to. I know Urban Battaglia ain't been in Africa yet, so let me go over to Judah Travels, man. Judah, man, you heard what I said, man. I don't know how many countries you've been over in Africa, man. Break it all down to us, baby.
Peace and blessings, man. Peace and blessings. I just went to Nairobi, Kenya, and I went to Seychelles, the little island off the coast of Africa, right there, the little resort island. I went over when I was in the Navy, and but I stayed in Nairobi for 2 months. I don't know. To me it was a good. I had a good experience because but the only thing I didn't like is it kept. I went in the rainy season, kept losing power by Airbnb. I stayed near Yaya Center, and I had a really nice Airbnb, but it kept losing power, so I just left. But I mean, but
Me
it was
too.
cool. Are you used to? Yeah, 'cause I kept losing power.
Yeah, well,
I didn't
losing
like that.
power. Yeah, losing power to Airbnb. Yeah.
I didn't like that a lot. I didn't like because we had a backup generator, but it still kept losing power every day, and it got annoying. So, but as far as the women, I mean, it was cool because I ain't even get to get to go out over there because I pre-gamed before I went over on Tinder, and it's like that's when I arrived. They was ready to come and cook and clean, and they don't want to leave. Long as you got hot water, good AC, soft bed, and they had to like go to nice restaurants to eat. I mean, and they was cool. They was chill. It was my time was good, but I didn't get to experience the whole thing because I didn't get to go to nightclub or anything because them girls they want to take you and show you their culture. They want to take you out to the meet some of the tribe people, and some of them girls want to try to marry you, try to get that money about you, try to get that they tell you about the diary. They tell you about the diary. They try to some girls try to play a long game on you. So it was interesting, but it was a good experience. Me overall, it was good. I'm going back, but I don't know. But it's like but I did see a lot of white men over they over getting the good ones. I would say the good, beautiful ones. They married them, getting them pregnant, and then I don't know, man. So it's like they still have that mindset too. Even like when I saw like I'm an Israelite, so I saw like the IUFC went over there, and they got stoned for saying Jesus is black. So that stuff like that's staying in my mind because in people it's in Nairobi, people fight for and believe Jesus is white. And he's like black people black as us, and it's like they
Right.
ever showing them and telling them, and they throwing rocks at him. No, he's white. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Stuff is deep.
That
It
was
get
1 month after I went there. I was there in February. I think I left around like Valentine's Day or something, February the 14th. And then they went out there like March, the beginning of March, and all that shit right there happened. And I knew, like I said, man, they got a colorism problem here, man. They like, like the white man too goddamn much. You know what I'm saying? And then I ain't like, once or twice. I think I went to a Shaki Grill, man. They had me waiting. I'm sitting at the table with a bunch of Kenyans. I order a margarita and some food, and they come in like 5 or 6 times, 5 or 6 rounds, bringing them they beer and drinks. And I'm sitting like, well, hell, what you ain't gonna bring me my damn margarita? It's taking 45 minutes to an hour to bring my goddamn margarita. You know what I'm saying? I had to get up and just leave. You know what I mean? So, and I talked about that last show, you know what I'm saying? That kind of just left. I'm like, see, I experienced nothing like that in Tanzania. I'm like, the motherfuckers like, man, hey man, come on over here. Every place I went to, you come on over here, man. We all black, blah, blah. They want to show me love like a mug. You know what I'm saying? They showed me so much love, and then the women showed me so much super love in Tanzania too. So that's why I chose Tanzania over every damn country I don't been to when it comes down to the women. You know what I'm saying? And I like the people. You know what I'm saying? The people was very, very hospitable, nice. You know what I'm saying? They had that brotherly, sisterly, you know what I'm saying? Love. You know what I'm saying? That black love, man, they had it, man. You know what I'm saying? And you got Muslims and Christians and Hebrew Israelites there. You got a lot of Hebrew Israelites over there too in Tanzania. And so they all get along perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? I know damn well if IUIC went on there and say, hey man, Jesus is black. It wouldn't have been about throwing no fucking stones at him and all kind of crazy ass shit like that right there. You know what I mean? So that was some real wild shit. And so you got to add all that into play because when you're dealing with, I don't want to be with a black woman and she's just sitting here fantasizing about the black man. I mean, about the white man all goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here watching movies and shit in Nairobi, and I'm watching the movie, and you know, it was this Muslim black girl. You know what I'm saying? She was in one of my videos. She just steady telling me some. Right, we were watching the movie. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of action movie, but it's comedy action. She's like, "Oh, the white man. Oh, he's so serious but so funny at the same time. Oh my god!" I mean, I'm just like, good God. Then I heard some other young, you know what I'm saying, Kenyan chick talking about something. I just want a white man who's gonna really love me and really respect me. I'm like, baby, you waiting on the goddamn devil to love you and respect you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just something, you know what I'm saying, just weird, you know what I'm saying? Weird to me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, I don't wanna feel that, but you know what I'm saying? Like I say, you know, Judah Travers had a whole nother experience dealing with the Kenyan women. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I have a real good experience
no, but
dealing
what you
with it.
said is true too because I met I met a lot of girls in Kenya, but it's like several of them told me that I'm just talking, asking questions about the lifestyle, and a couple of them said their preference is to marry a white man. Their preference, they number one go to, if all things are equal, they want to marry a white man. That's their dream and goal of life. Is to marry a white man. They said they feel like they get treated better, and they said they're not as cheap as they black guys just want sex and we cheap. So they already have a negative mental of us when we first arrived because what they hear on TV or the radio or Instagram or TikTok, a lot of women over there talk bad about Black America. Say we only travel for sex, and so they are so a lot of them favor towards that. And I'm not gonna marry a woman like that either. I'm not gonna marry a woman who in her mind she want to be with a white man, but just dealing with me because I can afford to give her a decent quality of life. Hell no. So it's crazy. And a lot of them they do them same scams out there because like me when I got out there. I met a little chick and she was cool. She said, "I'm gonna take you on a couple tours, took me to the giraffe park and a couple of safaris, and it was cool." I said, "Damn, she cool. She real cool people." But then I said, "She cool, man. I got to lock in with her a little bit." But then not knowing she had a bigger plan for me. She said, "Man, my mom that want to meet you back in the village." I said, "For what?" I said, "Why?" She said, "Want to make sure you serious." Said my mom told me, man, I gotta find a husband." I was like, "What?" I was like, "What?" And said, I'm thinking you, but said we got a dowry system here. Like you got to pay the family. And Kenya, when you marry them, you got to pay the family like a certain amount of dowry. You got to pay them like a dowry. Like sometimes you can buy goats and cows, or sometimes it's just money. They'll give you money value based on where you're from. So I was like, "Nah, man, we ain't there yet." So then she was like, well, man, I think I'm pregnant." I was like, "What? Stop playing these games." But then how crazy God, how small the world is, man. Then I left her, went to the mall, and I met this doctor. I met this doctor, and he was saying, yeah, a lot of the women out there, they do them type of schemes. They do the pregnancy scams. They do the. He said, but you gotta be careful in Kenya because he said, 'cause some girls will be known carriers of HIV and other diseases, and they come infected. He met a lot of men come there on vacation. They go to them clubs, meet women in that are online for wild sex threesomes and stuff, and they end up going home with HIV or something they can't get rid of. He said, so you got to be really careful and cautious out there. He said, because you don't know what people into. He said, because the way they look at it, the foreigner coming in town, they don't know how long you staying, but they know you're gonna get lonely. You want to enjoy yourself, so you gotta really be cautious. And he was showing me them rates, and I mean the rates out there, and that was enough for me. Adding the power, I said, let me go and get up out of here. I don't know, but Kenya was. I mean, it was straight besides the power issue, but I want to travel to other places because I heard some good things about South Africa, and I want to hit Ethiopia. I want to hit Ethiopia. I'm gonna hit Ethiopia my next time. I want to hit Ethiopia and I want to hit Tanzania and travel a little more because I do think it may be possible, but it's hard now because everybody's aligned on everybody's on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, so everybody's on the same. Everybody got the same information. Everybody's on the same page now, so I think it's harder now than before, but it might be a small chance, but it's hard because everybody's aligned. It's about the money. It's transactional.
Facts, facts, facts. I don't know if Hilltop took a slide out of here. A 1-2, a 1-2. Show ended. What's up, Hilltop? Where you at?
I don't know. He took a slide out. I got a phone call. I don't know either. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you definitely, man. I'm trying to hit Tanzania also. Living in the Middle East, it's like little Africa, so I'm familiar with most of the spots. And Nigeria is still heavy on the list. Ghana, Gambia. If I need to step out where they're not as melanated, then I'll probably hit Morocco. And
Morocco.
yeah, Morocco. I ain't never hit that yet. But the ones they talking about right there in the little circle: Rwanda, Uganda,
Yeah.
Kenya, and Tanzania. That's a good look. And I used to talk to a chick from Zambia, so I mean I know how they get down. And then yeah, it's definitely I'm familiar with the Africans in the middle in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, but I ain't never stepped foot on Akibulan yet. So that's the goal in the next couple of weeks is to get over to Zanzibar first and then Kenya, or vice versa.
Man,
I don't
my
know which
bad.
way I'm. All good,
Man,
bro.
my
All
bad. My
good.
whole
You
goddamn
back?
internet just went out for about damn 2 minutes. But I'm glad
Left your
y'all
own
kept the
show.
show going. I'm
I
glad y'all
thought
kept
you.
the show going, man. God damn, I about to. I like, God damn, what the fuck happened? But yeah, so your trip to Zanzibar, I'm gonna give you some advice right now. And that's all you going to? Like, you not gonna go into Dar es Salaam? You just gonna fly into
Nah.
Zanzibar and fly out?
Yeah, flying to Zanzibar, right back to Dubai.
Oh
Dubai,
well, man, you
Zanzibar.
ain't gonna. You're not even touching down on the damn. You're not really touching down on the mainland. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Because Zanzibar
I'm gonna
is
get with
out.
Wayne. I'm gonna get with Wayne and go into Kenya. So, and Kenya, I'll hit
Oh, you gonna
Nairobi
fly
and
to Kenya?
I'm two separate flights though. Yeah,
Okay, 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 yeah.
I'm not going from Tanzania to Kenya. I'm going back to Dubai, reset, and then go back.
Okay, 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 yeah. So we go to Zanzibar, man. I don't know how long you plan on being on the island. How long you plan on being on Zanzibar?
6 7 days tops.
God damn, that's probably too long, man. I'm gonna get you right now because I know you gotta think about dirt roads. Man, that motherfucker like a bomb dropped off that island, man. Except when you get to the, you know what I'm saying, the beaches and shit. Then everything,
Right, right.
get a little beautiful. Bunch of white girls on there. They all want to damn jump on a nigga on some kind of black bone, boy. So you're gonna see a
Wow.
bunch of, I would stay over in the was it Page area, and then this is one up north of the island, starts with an N. NU something. I'm gonna send them both to you, man. But you go, those are best, those are the only two places that people say those are best spots on the island to stay. Because it'll take an hour and a half to get from one spot to the other one. Like, so you got
Right,
the
right.
ferry boat, you know what I'm saying? So the island's pretty big. You know what
Right,
I mean?
right.
So uh yeah, man, and you got places where you can get in there with the big ass turtles that swimming. You can get in that thing with them, or put your feet in there and take video. So do all that right there. I would have done for 18 hours. I ain't get a chance to do shit. But
Oh,
whenever I
damn.
go back, I'll do that right there, man. But I think I might have missed out on what y'all was talking about when my damn internet went out. But yeah, so Judah Travels was right about. See, like, I wouldn't be able to be with a woman and just knowing in the back of my mind, anytime a white boy come up, she's ready to
Hmm.
divorce me or leave me. Like, I can't do that. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I
I
mean,
don't see it happening in Tanzania. I'm gonna
it's
be
it's
real with you, man.
it's really like we said with the Thai chicks that the African sisters really prefer to be with African brothers. At the end of the day, they just think that these white boys can provide more for them. So
Yeah.
ultimately, they still want to be with the brother, but it goes back to that cultural thing. He can relate to them a lot more, and it ain't too many true African sisters that are at least bad and intelligent that's going to be looking to be selling out like that. They don't
Correct.
sell out like to that level. They'll be quiet for a minute, but the majority of them just see too much TV and too much, that
Yeah.
that white boy.
And they
Yeah,
educated too now. And they
yeah, but
educated too in Africa. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all brothers and sisters, don't get it twisted. They educated in Africa. They got free education. It ain't like you in Thailand where they got the education system where the free education system stops at 11 years old. That's a fifth grade
11.
education. No,
Yeah, I
no,
feel
I
you.
know. That's where it stops at. I mean, like, cause that's when they got to start paying. The free
Hmm.
education stops at was the equivalent to fifth grade out here. So
Elementary
this is
school,
why a lot
right?
of them.
Right.
Right. They can't pay for school, so they gotta go work the farms at 11. So, you know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
in Kenya and Tanzania, you know what I'm saying, they got, a free education up to high school, uh, just like we do. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
the woman, you know what I'm saying, and then they got the opportunity to go to colleges. And you can tell by the conversations that you have with them, you know, they're they're, you know what I'm saying, they're very educated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, they appreciate the education, so they look out for it. So uh,
Yeah,
that's
man.
another trip I'm
So
probably gonna go to because wifey was teaching over there. So most of my girls in my family, my daughters and my wife, had went. I just ain't got a chance to get over there.
okay, yeah. Matt Nita says, he says, you know what I'm saying, I want to get his opinion on Africa because he said he had something to say, and you know what I'm saying, he says internet messed up, but yeah, man. So final thoughts, man. Final thoughts, man, before this damn internet or something
You
happen,
you
man.
you left off the rest of the globe, man. What's up with the European continent? We still got the British sisters. We
Man,
still got,
I
a
ain't,
lot of
man.
sisters.
Listen, man, I ain't messing with them goddamn white girls. And I
Hell
ain't, you know what I'm
no.
saying? I ain't been up there neither. And I ain't been up there, so I really can't talk about it. You been up there, Judah Travels,
I'm
to
with
any
you.
European
I
country?
don't mess with white girls. I know where they at white like that. So
Yeah,
Nah,
I
not
you know what I'm
white
prefer.
saying,
girls. I'm
man.
talking about sisters. There's sisters in Netherlands. There's sisters in Germany. A
Yeah,
lot
but
of
you got to
sisters
deal
in
with all those
Germany.
white people, man. I don't want to go to white countries.
I
I
said
don't
that
I'm
for
want
the
with you
I
on
mean,
that.
longest.
I go to Spain,
Right,
Barcelona,
right,
just to get the experience and record some Barcelona, Spain. If I go to Portugal, I'm gonna go where the Black Moors was at, to go to the beach. You know what I'm saying? If I
right,
go to
right, right.
where Matt Needed stayed, Netherlands, I'm gonna go to Amsterdam. You know what I'm saying? Just to get some footage. Now, those three European countries I will go to just for certain type of footage. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Well,
I,
Germany
yeah.
got sisters, and I've been to Germany, France, London, and a couple other spots. But yeah,
Okay, and how you like those
I used to
spots?
say the same thing. I don't want to go over to Europe because I wasn't interested. But now lately, as I got older, and I noticed a large expat community and a lot of sisters that were born over there. Now it's kind of worth it for me to at least peep it out. And then Norway, Sweden, and Finland. It ain't many of us, but it's still worth a peep. And they're a lot more traditional in values if they are there, because usually if they got two parents they born out of the military in Germany, a lot of the chicks that are under 35, they all ain't gonna be traditional at this point. Tradition is went out the window. So I guess we just X in Europe, no Europeans.
Yeah, I ain't really mess with them Europeans that much like that. You know,
you
man.
said,
Because I don't
you,
trust them.
I feel you, man. I
You
feel
know,
you.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, and we know that just by America, man. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. I feel you.
You know, yeah. You know, I don't trust them, man. I even out here in Thailand, you see all these Russians and Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan women, they
Right,
want to
right,
stare
right.
at you. They want to stare at you like a motherfucker, but then walk past you like they better than you. Like, maybe come on, baby. You out here selling
Mm-hmm.
pussy with the damn Thai
Mm-hmm.
women in Thailand.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? You know, you got all the, you know, and shit. You know what I mean? So like,
I feel
come
you.
on. You
I
know,
feel you. I feel you.
yeah, I did it with it, man. But final thoughts on today's shows, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Judah Travel, you can go first.
Man, I really like the show, man. Thanks for having me on. It was really great. Good information, good networking, good. It was good overall, man. Just to hear different perspectives, different people speaking from their personal experiences. It's good to network and share information like other people do. It's good to come together on something positive, and I really liked it. I really liked it because I'm looking for that place to retire outside the matrix. So I like topics like this.
Right, right. Urban Patalia.
Man, I appreciate you too. Both all the panel that was up here. I say that the subject of the show, finding the traditional wife, uh, it doesn't really matter where you are on Earth if you're following the code and you understand whatever your religion is, and she believes and puts God and the Most High first. Then I think that if she's in pocket, she's gonna be in pocket, and if you can keep her that way, cool. But otherwise, you give a dog a bone, they're gonna act just like they supposed to. So you got to just keep them on a leash, man. I hate to say that brothers have to handcuff them. So the traditional wife right now, according to what we say, you said Tanzania. I'm a rock with you because I heard a lot of good things about Tanzania. So the women of Tanzania, Southeast Asia, we covered. We're gonna probably go with, just to keep it simple for brothers that can go over, especially expat military cats. I'd say start out in the Philippines. That's a good look. But try to get out of Manila. Don't go to Angeles. Stay out of Makati. Get down to Cebu and to Mindanao. And And then in South America, we really haven't covered much because Colombia ain't it anywhere. It's a red light district, and that means from Amsterdam all the way to Dominican Republic, you're not gonna find. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. And we excluded Europe, so traditional women. Let's go back to Africa, man. We talked about it in the group. That's where we're gonna have to put our feet down. You're not gonna find them in Augusta or Mobile, Alabama, or Vallejo, California. It ain't gonna happen. Not right now. So, and they might be one or two out there. You might find a black Mormon in Utah. I don't know, but I'm a rock with you and try, Tanzania, and we need to start editing and taking video and footage and really putting down some real information so cats can get their passports and get out there and get it, because you're providing a good service for cats that's young. I'm 56. I've been doing this shit for a minute, so, and I don't consider myself a passport bro, but I got wives and switched many religions and 11 children, so I can speak from experience being divorced 2 times with a current wife, and I can have 4 wives as a Muslim brother. I grew up in all hoods, east and west. So if I can do it, any brother can get out the country, get their passport, and just search, man. But work on yourself, and the traditional woman will find you. That's my tip. Work on you, and the traditional women will come to you like a magnet.
Hey, Judah Travel, where you from in the States?
Tampa, Florida.
Okay. I'm from Waycross, Georgia. Now, what I'm gonna say in my final thoughts: give a bitch an inch, she gonna take a mile. My mama just said, "I give you an inch, you take a mile." You know what I'm saying? You give a bitch an inch, she gonna take a mile, man. Work on yourself, black man. Get your confidence up, get your self-esteem up, get your pockets up.
Get your pockets.
Just because you out of the country don't mean that it's cheap. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean that. You know what I'm saying? You got to have an income. You know what I'm saying? Have some kind of steady income coming to you for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? You got properties and shit. You got Airbnbs or places you rent out in America. Hey, that's what you need. Keep doing that, and you could be living out in the country. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to liquidate. You know what I'm saying? Learn to liquidate your time. You know what I'm saying? But you guys, when you come out to these countries, man, just use this head. You're gonna use that head now. You know you're gonna use that one, but you gotta use this one to really think, man. Like you say, the best countries for passport bros / expats, black American, black diaspora men, period. I'm gonna say Tanzania, Africa. We need to put boots on the ground in Africa. I think we don't did everything we could do for these Asian women, man. I think it's time, you know what I'm saying? We don't did everything we could do for them. You know what I'm saying? From Thailand, Philippines, or wherever, goddamn they at. Cambodia, Malaysia, Indonesia, Japan, Korea, goddamn it. We don't did everything we could do. You know what I'm saying? It's time to step foot and you know what I'm saying, down on the motherland. You know what I'm saying? I would tell people to start off in Nairobi, Kenya. I say start off in Nairobi, Kenya, because so you can see like, oh no, you got a lot of places that's nice and built up.
Right.
Some
Wakanda type
Africa
shit.
has 54 countries in Africa. 54.
Facts.
So all the countries and all the cities and all the countries ain't the damn same.
That's
you know
crazy.
what I mean?
I ain't been to, that's damn.
54 countries. So start off in in a place like Kenya. I even heard Ghana is a great place to, but I would start off in Kenya. I love East Africa. Kenya and Tanzania border each other. You got Uganda. I ain't been there, but I'll go there soon. I think next on my list is probably be South Africa. You know what I'm saying? I want to do South Africa for a couple of weeks. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cosmic Cal, man. Shout out to Cosmic Cal. But yeah, touchdown over in Nairobi, Kenya, man, that'd be a good start for us. You know what I'm saying? We really need to use our economics. We talking about this in the group, but we need to, all this expatriate and passport brewing, Southeast Asia is cool. They got all the technology. You got the medical marijuana. I mean, the legal marijuana out here in Thailand. You got everything. It's a playground. But we looking for traditional women / wives and respect. I think our odds are very, very, very better on the continent of Africa. And I would say East Africa. Start off in Tanzania and Kenya and Tanzania. You know what I'm saying? Start off in one of those two countries. But I tell you to go to Kenya first, go to Nairobi first, so you can get a nice little city feel, so get your feet wet. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? They got some nice shit. You know what I mean? A lot of shit to do. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, it wasn't really that much to do. but it was a great environment, great food, man, great beaches, great people. And I'm definitely going back, man. So I'd like to thank you two brothers for coming on,
One more
giving
thing
your
before we go.
opinion.
I heard a lot
No,
of
no,
great
go
things
ahead, go
about
ahead.
Ethiopia. I heard Ethiopia you can find some good women too. I heard Ethiopia. I heard some good things about Ethiopia too.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you know we're gonna touch back, you know what I'm saying? You know it's gonna be a part two to this some months down the line when we got more countries and more, you know what I'm saying, up on our belt. We could talk more about, you know what I'm saying, more countries, especially countries in, you know what I'm saying, in Africa, you know what I'm saying? And y'all stay tuned. Next week, I got probably 2 live shows coming next week. I know one of them gonna be part 2, which is the best countries for us to live in. And it's gonna be kind of, you know what I'm saying? You know, I gotta have y'all brothers back on here. And you know what I'm saying? Because we didn't touch down. We left out a couple things that we need to really touch down. And then we could get more opinions from more people. You know what I'm saying? That'll be next week. Also, next week, I got another live show called Do Thai Women Prefer Black Men or That White Skin? We're going to go all in. You know what I'm saying? Until then, peace, love, and have grace. Shalom. May the Most High bless you all.